It's a blue morning show where the vibes are flowing, so fresh, so low. Everything's about Chelsea, feel like pride. We're repping our team, standing side by side. Win or lose, we carry that blue. Cause Chelsea, see Chelsea, it's all true. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 loud, 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 no. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 loud as the crowd. In the stands we jump and sway, feel the beat. Got that rhythm in our hearts, can't take defeat. Every match we rise, watch the game unfold. Blue blood running deep, our story told. With every win we celebrate our crew. Chanting songs for Chelsea all day, it's true. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 loud, 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 no one. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 loud as the crowd. So the banners fly high under the sun. Every player on that field, together we run. With each kick we feel the passion ignite. For Chelsea our hearts shine forever bright. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 loud, 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 no. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 loud as the crowd. It's a blue morning show where the vibes are flowing, so fresh, so low. Everything's about Chelsea, feel like pride. We're repping our team, standing side by side. Win or lose, we carry that blue. Cause Chelsea, see Chelsea, it's all true. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 loud, 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 no. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 loud as the crowd. In the stands we jump and sway, feel the beat. Got that rhythm in our hearts, can't take defeat. Every match we rise, watch the game unfold. Blue blood running deep, our story told. With every win we celebrate our crew. Chanting songs for Chelsea all day, it's true. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 loud, 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 no one. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 loud as the crowd. So the banners fly high under the sun. Every player on that field, together we run. With each kick we feel the passion ignite. For Chelsea our hearts shine forever bright. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 loud, 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 no. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 loud as the crowd. It's a blue morning show where the vibes are flowing, so fresh, so low. Everything's about Chelsea, feel like pride. We're repping our team, standing side by side. Win or lose, we carry that blue. Cause Chelsea, see Chelsea, it's all true. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 loud, 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 no. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 loud as the crowd. In the stands we jump and sway, feel the beat. Got that rhythm in our hearts, can't take defeat. Every match we rise, watch the game unfold. Blue blood running deep, our story told. With every win we celebrate our crew. Chanting songs for Chelsea all day, it's true. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 loud, 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 no one. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 loud as the crowd. So the banners fly high under the sun. Every player on that field, together we run. With each kick we feel the passion ignite. For Chelsea our hearts shine forever bright. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 loud, 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 no one. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 loud as the crowd. It's a blue morning show where the vibes are flowing, so fresh, so low. Everything's about Chelsea, feel like pride. We're repping our team, standing side by side. Win or lose, we carry that blue. Talk Chelsea, see Chelsea, it's all true. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 loud, 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 no. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 loud as the crowd. In the stands we jump and sway, feel the beat. Got that rhythm in our hearts, can't take defeat. Every match we rise, watch the game unfold. Blue blood running deep, our story told. With every win we celebrate our crew. Chanting songs for Chelsea all day, it's true. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 loud, 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 no one. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 loud as the crowd. So the banners fly high under the sun. Every player on that field, together we run. With each kick we feel the passion ignite. For Chelsea our hearts shine forever bright. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 loud, 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 no one. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 loud as the crowd. It's a blue morning show where the vibes are flowing, so fresh, so low. Everything's about Chelsea, feel like pride. We're repping our team, standing side by side. Win or lose, we carry that blue. Talk Chelsea, see Chelsea, it's all true. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 loud, 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 no. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 loud as the crowd. In the stands we jump and sway, feel the beat. Got that rhythm in our hearts, can't take defeat. Every match we rise, watch the game unfold. Blue blood running deep, our story told. With every win we celebrate our crew. Chanting songs for Chelsea all day, it's true. All All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, cheer, cheer. Loud, loud, loud. No one. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 cheer. Loud as the crowd. So the banners fly high under the sun. Every player on that field, together we run. With each kick we feel the passion ignite. For Chelsea our hearts shine forever bright. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, cheer, cheer. Loud, loud, loud. No one. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 cheer. Loud as the crowd. It's a blue morning show where the vibes are flowing, so fresh, so low. Everything's about Chelsea, feel that pride. We're repping our team, standing side by side. Win or lose, we...
Yes, good people, big up to all of you. Welcome back to Chelsea Perspective. Welcome to another live Chelsea lineup prediction show. I do hope you're all doing well. It will be fun today trying to correctly predict Enzo Maresca's starting 11 against Atalanta in Italy. Even though it's become a lot more difficult, very, very difficult. Even with rotation, sometimes you think, you will nail it because certain players have started the other day, and then you see a few changes here and there that ensures you don't get it correctly. But it will be fun. As usual, it will be a mashup of Chelsea news and the lineup exercise proper. But we'll go news hunting first. More importantly, once again, welcome to the Blue Morning Show. Without wasting much of time, we'll go news hunting. I will keep you busy with news hunting, and hopefully some more panelists will join me so that you can get diversified opinion and not listen to just me alone waffle. But I'm lucky. I would say I have the captain of the community in Constantine Dantu on the panel with me. Without wasting much of your time, we get into it. So that's a big up to you. I do hope you're doing well.
Yeah, big up, Coach. Hope you're well as well. I'm pretty good,
I
thanks.
can't complain. Thanks to you, Dr. Dante, really. That
Well,
stuff has been
hopefully,
wonderful. Honestly, without it, you could sense from my, I hope you, that is, I think people should be able to sense from my voice that, it's really, I've been on the edge, but I think it has helped me fight it. Seriously, but go ahead.
yeah, it should. It's strong stuff.
Yes,
That's good. As long as it's working, that's what I wanted. So that's great news.
Yeah. So without wasting people's time, the first item here, this one, I couldn't believe it. I don't know whether to believe, again, I wasn't too sure what to make of it, but Foot Mercato, they're not perfect. They do get some calls right, some wrong. I'm not sure where they're getting this from. But he reads Mudryk could make his return next January after being sidelined for nearly a year due to a doping scandal. His suspension could be lifted on January 17, 2026, potentially allowing him to return to the pitch. Sevilla and Strasbourg are both interested. I think if he returns, I don't think he goes anywhere. He's still listed as a Chelsea player, but that's no guarantee that he stays definitely. I think he might stay if he's exonerated. If investigations show he was set up or something to that effect, I think the club will welcome him back. That's my opinion. But go ahead, let's hear you.
Yeah, big up to everyone in the chat as well. Look, it's hard to say and talk too much about it because we don't know the actual details. So is he coming back? When is he coming back? What we do know, will definitely come back because it wouldn't be that such a big suspension anyway. Paul Pogba's case is something similar, so he will be back. It's just when he will be back and if he's going to be back at Chelsea or somewhere else. Chelsea hasn't cancelled his contract yet, so in my opinion, if there was clear evidence that he did it on purpose,
he knew nothing about it. He was set up, right?
If he did it on purpose and everything, Chelsea would have cancelled his contract by now because that would free up a lot of money for us as well. So It's in every contract.
And can I ask this then? Had that, let's say, if Chelsea cancel his contract, it will free up money, and I think he will owe Chelsea money actually because they're gonna fine him.
Yeah, they can sue him.
Just like the case of Mutu, but where they are the same is the fact that you breached the contract.
Yeah, again, it just depends what it's for. It can still be, he didn't mean it, but you're still doing it, and Chelsea can still cancel his contract if they really want. So, and then they won't pursue him to sue him and his agent, etc. But to me, if they haven't done that by now, I think that just means that they backing him and they know they're probably the truth, and
he's probably staying.
And he's staying, and he's probably going to come back sooner than later, probably January, like they're saying there, because otherwise there's no point keeping him around if he's not coming back January. You have him back in January, it's like a new player signing, basically. So I think that's the way it's going. It's looking like it because they would have cancelled the contract. It would have, freed up more money for January. I mean, it can still happen, obviously, in December now, but I don't think it's going to happen.
Yeah, he's a player I like. I really do like him so much, and hopefully he comes back because even when people were saying nonsense about him, he was doing his best, just trying to adapt to how the manager wants to play. Is he a good player? He's an excellent player, actually. A lot of clubs wanted him at the time. He just wanted. We were the ones that we were ready to get the deal across the line more than other clubs did. Go ahead, you were saying something.
Yeah, I think Maresca was really handling him really well. You saw he eased him in. He was getting better and better every couple of weeks. Then he played a bit more. Then he played a bit more, and he was really coming before he got suspended. He was in really good form. The last 2 games, he had was one of the best players on the pitch, and he was really pretty much nailing that starting position there. And then he got suspended, unfortunately. So Maresca was handling him really well. He did say in an interview he took a lot of extra time to teach him and to spend time with the assistants extra. Even after training, they were trying to really drill into him because he's got all the talent. They just need the mentality and just the thinking to be a bit better, and they really helped him with that. But unfortunately, he got suspended.
All right, more likes, people, more likes. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. We have nearly 1 hour before we get started with the lineup prediction exercise. And if you're following the show, be sure to drop a like on the video. We have 10 likes, 22 people following the show on YouTube, and 10 likes. That's fair enough. In total, 42, 10 on YouTube, 30 plus divided between X and Facebook with the equally. Kachila doesn't know. So Darko from Ghana here. A few comments I need to catch up with before we come back to the panel. Roland Darkomo says, this is Roland Darkomo from Accra, Ghana. Greetings, Coach. Greetings to you too, my brother. And the Chelsea perspective team. Truth be told, we are Chelsea and must develop our characteristics game. I can't pronounce that word correctly on the Maresca. And I think that's happening. Continued, which means, there's a lot there. Tactically, we react well on the tutelage of Maresca, like trashing BSG, Barcelona, Liverpool, etc. And then there's number 3 where he says, what about small teams who don't have their own game for us to react to? Yeah, that's where we usually struggle. And then he says, Maresca says he is learning and improving too. That's one thing I like about him. He's not. I've heard people call him arrogant and all that, but he's everything but that on the job. But we demand our own characteristics. Game under him, we must have culture and character, ethos. And I think we do. Chelsea's Blue Inferno, which was adequately showcased at the first ever Club World Cup tournament, displayed our friendly hostility capacity on the Maresca. Yeah, that's a lot of comments here. But Inferno, our game, our culture, our character, even though we could react adequately to formidable opponents' game like Maresca leads. There's a lot more. Okay, maybe the last one. We are Chelsea. We have character. We may be imperious sports-wise, like the Lions that we are, but our blue hearts beat for humanity in diversity. I had to read them through because you had all the comments. But thank you, Darko. Go ahead, Dante. You were
That's
saying something.
that's very very nicely put. I think he deserves fireworks, coach, or some balloons or something. Definitely, that was
Let's go with let's go with yeah, some love for the club. Let's go with balance, and also you could say he basically wrote the monologue for the show.
exactly, yeah. So that's very well put together.
So
Very very
Darko,
well
we
worded.
appreciate you. Let's go with the balloon for you. Is it coming? And there you go.
There they are. Well said, Roland. Very well said.
I just wish that the whole balloon. I just wish they're all blue.
It's okay. Some blue, some red cards, red ones in between. That's nice.
True
Yellow ones
representation of
outside.
our situation right now, right?
So it's all right.
All right, Danko, you're much appreciated, and believe me when I say I liked it and had to read them through, read all of them. It's because yeah, I've read them even before. I did read them before the show started, so knew it was going to be delicious. So thank you for that. Let's see, and Tobeho is here. Who this brother here? Ozzy back. I said, come on, you Blues, Ozzy. Thank you for joining the conversation. And Tobeho, let's go. My South African bro. More likes, people. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. The more likes we're gonna, the more the YouTube algorithm will be triggered and be forced to push the stream to more people who will be interested in the topics we have lined up. And it works. Dante used it, so check again. But I'm gonna try one more time. So you can't say it's me. Sanunka Dawana, okay. But always nice to see you. Thank you for joining. Walking for yeah, exactly. Which means
I
you,
took you off the list, Tobago. I took you off the list. Yeah, so you
yeah.
can't join.
And Wendy, thank you for reposting the stream. Sincerely do appreciate you. I do hope you're doing well. It looks like this is one of those days my camera will continue to flicker. I'm not sure what causes it. I think the light is bright enough. Maybe if I had more light, it'd be better. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's flickering a
Yeah.
little bit. Not sure why, coach. Even your mic, is it everything's good with the mic? It sounds a bit different.
Wow. So maybe I'm probably gonna you say go get out of the studio and come back in. But at least people can see me for a while. So Mudryk thing, what I justify saying, TG says nowhere. I'm falling for this. He doesn't believe it. He says it's a dead source. Len look to Strasbourg and a preseason tour. This brother here says this would be great. He should stay. Chelsea, please give him another chance. Or I think we're not looking to sell him right now. He's listed as one of the Chelsea, as one of the club's players. We really miss Mudryk. Okay, my Misha might be back soon. You can say a lot of Chelsea fans, all of a sudden, I think that's yeah, it was never like that. So maybe out of you could say sympathy, a lot more Chelsea fans like him now. What do you say, Dante? And as you speak, I will get out of the studio and come back to see if Dante
Yeah,
is the
just go
same thing.
back in because it's getting worse, flickering.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, look, it was 50-50. A lot of fans liked him, then a lot of fans didn't like him from the start because he obviously didn't up to his price tag and his potential. But like I said, especially under Maresca, that second time around with Maresca and his assistants, he was doing really well. They were really handling him well. You can see him changed his game a little bit. Yeah, he was more aware, making later runs in the boxes, scoring some nice goals, especially in the Conference League. Yeah, I mean, he played really well in the Conference League. Being said, it's just the Conference League, but still, he still was doing that and backing it up with some appearances in the Premier League as well. At the back end there, just before he got suspended, and he was doing very well there as well. So, yeah, look, some people, he's one of those players that some people like or they hate, basically. I think just the way he, probably like Garnacho in a way, just the way he, looked and his style and the way the flair and, a bit of the, not arrogance, but a bit of that flair that he has. So if you have that and then it's not, your game is not working, yeah, that puts people off pretty quickly. So, yeah, look, I do think he will be back. Like I said, I just don't think. I think they would have already cancelled his contract by now, to be honest. So I think he will be back. That's why they haven't cancelled it. I think he'll be a good addition. I don't know about going to Strasbourg. I see a lot of people saying that I should go to Strasbourg. I don't think he would do that. I don't think he would go. I think he would rather stay, and I think Chelsea probably keep him as well. Let him train with the team again, and then slowly integrate him again. If we need him. So yeah, I don't see him doing that, and I think it'll be very difficult for any other team. Like for a loan, again, it'll be very difficult because he hasn't played. I don't think any other team will really loan him out, and obviously because of the case as well. Obviously, that's obviously part of it as well. So I think Chelsea is probably the best option that he stays and he continues training. And you never know, might start using him if he does stay, we'll definitely use him again. And we have wingers, but he's a different type, a little bit different. So the more bodies it helps, it's better. And I still think he's got a complete game for a winger. He's got everything. He's got the dribbling. He's got the ridiculous speed. The only thing, the game needs to slow down a bit for him, as in he needs to slow down a bit in certain key moments when to make the right decision. And that's what Maresca did say that in a press conference that he had when he was speaking about him. He said, yes, they need to improve quite a bit on that. And he'll take the time, and these assistants will take the time, and they'll really work on him. And I think we were starting to see that slowly. And then he got suspended. So we don't know how far that could go. But I think he's got every single tool in the box. It's just the mentality part, I think, just a bit too fast even for him. And it's that critical thinking at the right moments where you need to, have that IQ to shoot, to dribble again, to pass, to fake, what to do. And I think that's where he struggles quite a bit. But I think he's still, I think he's he's got the potential to be a world-class player, 100%. He's got every single tool in the box. So hopefully he comes back. You back, coach?
Yeah, I'm back.
Yeah, that's better.
It looks like it's going to work, but let's see. Yeah, go ahead. Today, do you want to come in?
Yeah, Dante tried to hack me, so I've done my magic. Now I'm back.
I'll let you in. I thought I'll give you like just to listen
He
for
hacked
15
me,
minutes, and then I'll
right?
let you back in. Yeah.
Yeah, he hacked you as well.
And he got me, but go ahead, bro. And thank you for trying
Yeah,
to
yeah,
solve that.
yeah. Big up, guys. Yeah, big
Yeah.
up. What is the topic right now? I
Misha,
was,
Modric.
I was,
Misha.
oh, Misha. Oh man, I don't know what is going to happen with Misha, but hopefully this thing can be sorted out as soon as possible, because at the end of the day, we are killing his career if there's nothing that should be done, because there's no ban, there's no verdict at the moment. So why keeping him while he is innocent at the moment? So let's see what is going to happen.
Yeah, it looks like my mic was disconnected, but
I wouldn't say
Shay.
we're killing his career, Tobago, because he can't train. So he can't train with any team. He has to train by himself. So
Oh,
there's
he
nothing
wasn't
we
allowed to train, right?
Yeah, no, he can't. He would have been back training with Chelsea if that was the case. He's not allowed to train with any sporting team, so he has to train by himself. And he's got a personal trainers doing that. He's doing the programs that Chelsea gave him to do. So he's doing the programs that Chelsea does, but you can't train with no team. So we're not killing his career. We're not holding him back. He's not been able to come back because the ruling is still ongoing. The case, nothing. We're not killing his career at all. We're not holding him back. He can't go anywhere. He can't do
No,
nothing.
Yeah, it's
I'm
not
not.
in our hands.
I'm not saying Chelsea is killing his career. I'm just saying those people that should do their job. They should have gave us a verdict as soon as possible. Right now, it's
Right.
almost a year now,
Yeah, but
and
that's
nothing is happening.
when he started. What did I say? And we looked it up. That's the average it's going to take, and most likely it will be a year and a half to 2 years with the ban and everything. 1 year is the minimum it'll take for this case to proceed. Basically, that's just normal. Every single case before that was always that long. So there's precedence there, and we knew this that was going to happen. It's going to take a year. It's going to be at least a year out, and that's pretty much it at the moment. That's where we are.
Yeah. All right, let's catch up and then we'll go see if, again, what next we have lined up to talk about. And Ozzy Bakar says here, my observation is the smaller teams, underdogs, have moved on from playing low blocks to counter aggressive football when playing against us, citing Ipswich, Palace, Karabag, Sunderland, and on. Karabag, I think they didn't sit back really. They attacked us. Maresca has to adopt a more counter-attacking style against these teams. Okay, and play less possession-based football. The style has been exploited too many times. We need to evolve now. I think, again, if that's the case, I think he's smart enough to know when to change things around. Giovanni Jafta, we should arrest Neto for this game. Man is not a robot. Let's see what happens. So let's see what other item we have lined up here. We've, okay, this one here says that Chelsea to begin this season's FA Cup campaign with an away trip to Charlton Athletic in this season's third round. Anybody want to say anything about that?
Just another away game, which is not good, but yeah, that's the only downside to that one, I guess. At least it's a lower opposition.
Go ahead, yeah.
But that's about it. It's an away game, small field. You know the way they're going to play, but other than that, it's a pretty good result because a lot of the other teams have got Premier League opposition, so we don't, at least.
To go ahead, anything else you want to say?
Sometimes it's not regular, so hopefully we can do better this time.
Yeah, and we'll be heavy rotated as well. We'll have a very rotated team for that.
Yeah, I do hope so too. So this one here, the Chelsea players will be kitted out in our away trip in Italy, which is the white. Is that the white one? Is that how
the
this
white
one here?
Yeah.
Okay, I like it. And here, Tommaso Sadella, UEFA reporter. Atalanta are expected to make very few changes from the side that lost a 3-1 at Verona at the weekend. During the weekend, if you prefer, up front, Gianluca Scamacca, Bobby's favorite player. He was screaming at the time for Chelsea to sign him. We'll take Nicola Christoph's place, while the rest of the starting 11 is expected to remain the same. I haven't actually followed him since that. I think, was it West Ham United after he moved to England?
Yeah.
Tommaso Sadella also reports another question surrounding Chelsea starting 11 is who will lead the attack. João Pedro is the most likely choice, but Maresca could shake things up and start with Mark Gui up front with the option of bringing on João Pedro off the bench. I'd start Mark Gui to scare the heck out of the Atalanta defense. His pressing is something else. This is Atalanta coach Rafael Palladino says, I expect a very strong Chelsea with great individual talents. I studied them when I spent time in England, but obviously in a match situation, it's a whole different matter. I think Maresca did say that he came and studied how they trained. I am happy for Maresca and all he's doing. Seeing as we've been friends since our time together at Juventus. Interesting, something to learn that they played together. Not listed Garnacho, João Pedro, and Estevao. His opinion on who starts the front three under them. I'm not going to go into that. Let me see if anything to talk about here. Enzo Maresca on Atalanta manager Rafael Palladino. Before he took over Atalanta, he came to London to study some of our training sessions. We stayed in contact. So yeah. So that part that I referenced, that Maresca did say that he came to London to study how they trained. Go ahead. You were saying something.
No, yeah, I'm just agreeing. Yeah, I remember you mentioned that. Yeah.
And this one here on Alejandro Garnacho, I like this kid a lot more than I liked him before he joined Chelsea. When you hear him speak, I think the biggest lesson I'm learning from it is not to just. I knew that before time, but it was easy to start judging him alongside other Chelsea fans that were saying, "Don't sign him for reasons I don't know." He's a good player, and he's showing that. And Maresca likes him. Maresca doesn't just like players like that. And for him to have spoken about his training, how hard he's been training, how well he's been doing publicly, shows, yeah, he's doing something right. I don't know why some people just don't want to give him a chance, even though numbers show he's doing well. But Alejandro Garnacho, I think we showed the people that we can compete for everything a few weeks ago against Barcelona, against Arsenal with 10 men. But yeah, the important thing is the consistency. Then in games, that the people expect to win is where we lost. He's paying attention. So yeah, I think we showed people that we are a strong team and we can compete for this competition, but we have to be more consistent. I like that. I really like him saying that. Alejandro Garnacho says that I know I have to defend if I want to play. Good. He told me like this, so I just try to do the work. And yeah, he's become less selfish since he joined Chelsea, in my opinion. And then with the ball, he asked me to just go, and if I lose the ball, just try to recover. But yeah, I have to help the team. What a way, yeah? Give them freedom, express yourself. But if you lose the ball in the process, make sure you fight for it. And I like that. So you can see it. You can see the way. You can see actually that he likes that himself. Anything you want to add to that, Dante?
No, yeah, like that a lot. That's a very mature answer for that people think that he's very immature, and people that don't like him at all. Even now, there's a lot of doubters, and I think the last game he played brilliantly. I think he was our most dangerous the last couple of times, one of our most dangerous wingers. So, yeah, that's if people read that, that should tell you a lot about him and what Maresca thinks of him and what he needs. He knows what he needs to do for the team. It's not about himself; it's for the team. So, yeah, that's a very mature answer. Love it.
I think it'd be correct to say that currently that he's not quite on the same wavelength with his teammates, because I'm seeing a lot of good crosses he puts into the box, but his teammates, you could say, they're not used to. They're not on the same wavelength. Had they been,
Yeah,
you could argue some of them were delivered in areas in the box that had someone been there, they'd score goals without anybody stopping them. I think
exactly. Yeah.
eventually they will get to that level.
Exactly. It takes a bit of time for that. Plus the speed he plays at as well, the speed that Garnacho plays at as well. So yeah, look, just about getting used to each other. It's going to take a little time, but it shouldn't be much longer. We saw that last game. I think he had a very good game. I think he was very dangerous, created a lot of chances and a lot of balls, like you said. But just the teammates, and obviously chopping and changing is not helping, as in
No, it
injury.
doesn't. I mean,
Tension.
it slows. You could say the length of time. It add to the length of time that you could say that he needs to develop good chemistry with his teammates.
Exactly. I think, but now with João Pedro, he'll probably have a good run now with João Pedro, and he played a bit already with João Pedro. So I think that will help just the one sort of striker that will be there. And Neto, he knows pretty well. So, yeah, look, I think it's just going to get better, in my opinion. Yeah, the right mentality and footballing wise, yeah, just gives us a different approach.
I agree. What happened to Jed? Did he just disappear? All right. Meanwhile, Garnacho doesn't track back at all. At least he press his press conference already.
Well, of course, he tracks
His
back.
press conference already. Go ahead.
He tracks back very well. That's, yeah,
That's what I'm saying. He's more
it
again. He's
stands out a
been
lot, actually.
yeah.
He's really mirroring, I think, trying to mirror Neto, what Neto does, the way Neto does it. And
Mhm.
I've noticed every game he's working very hard. Like you said in the interview there, he's not playing if he doesn't do it. So he's doing it, and I can see he's doing it quite a
But
lot.
that's a good joke, though. That the way you can say the creativity there, that at least
Yeah, yeah,
he
yeah.
does well during press conferences. But I like the kid, and I think he will come good. I think if you ask a lot of people, they tell you he's probably going to be the next one to leave, but I don't think so. I think I'm not going to mention who, but when time comes, because one player, the club is not going to push anyone to leave, but I think one of them will probably not going to be happy enough that that asked to leave. I don't think it'd be him. He has what the manager wants, and I don't know. I'm not gonna start. I'm not gonna get into it. The way you hear people
Coach,
talk
what are you
about them,
doing?
you'd ask the
What are you trying
question.
to say, Coach?
No, the point is sometimes the way they speak about him, you start asking what games did they watch and do they understand how football works, really? Or maybe do they understand how Enzo Maresca wants his, you could say, wild man or white man, or maybe let's say wingers to play. But that's by the way, Tebeho, let's hear you. Tebeho, are you there? Did we lose him?
Let me allow him to speak, Coach. Let me unmute him.
He's not muted. Maybe something is wrong with his microphone. But Makim knew that was a good one. And stay. You see the lineup, and I'll give you my prediction by the time the show ends. And also, if you haven't, go to www.chelseaperspective.com. Join our web app soon. The mobile apps will be available for downloads, but we're gonna stick for the web app. It's easy, sweet. You feel like you're using a mobile app. There you can create your own lineup and download it. You can do tier lists, download it. You can do quizzes. You can do match predictions. And we're still thinking on how to reward the at the end of the, you can say,
Can you
December.
hear me
How we're
now?
going to reward people? Yeah, 1 second. How we will reward people who participated in match predictions and all that. There's a leadership board. The first person gets a certain prize, but we haven't decided on that yet. But believe me, you will enjoy that app. You can rate players right after the game. It's very easy to use. But go ahead, Tibeho, let's hear you.
Yeah, it's annoying that every time I'm on the stream, I'm getting phone calls. So that's why maybe I was cut
Oh,
off.
okay,
So
because you're
overall,
using your phone.
yeah. So
Okay, yeah,
so
go
in
ahead.
terms in terms of Garnacho at the moment, I think he's improving. You can see he's adding numbers to his game.
Mm.
So I'm happy with him so far. So I won't complain.
I won't complain either. Again, I like the fact that the manager has said openly that he's improving, and that's a good sign. So I'm happy for Alejandro Garnacho. Enzo Maresca and Garnacho, he can give much more, but not only Alejandro. I think when Maresca speaks of players like this, he likes you, and he knows there's a lot more that he can get out of you. This is the same thing. You remember, there was a time he did say something similar about Reece James. Didn't he,
You did,
Dante?
yeah. Yep. You
So the
did,
fact that he's
definitely.
saying this simply reflects the fact that he loves the player and wants to get the better out of the player, and the player is responding very well. So he says that Enzo Maresca and Garnacho, he can give much more, but not only Alejandro Garnacho, all the players, we try to work every day with them to improve them. It's been quite easy to work with him. That's that's the first part of the latter paragraph, or the second paragraph. He wants to learn. He didn't say something about someone, something like that about someone I know. And believe me, any player the manager speaks of like this, just pay attention to how they can help the team, because the player will be happy realizing the manager trusts him, and the player is open minded. He didn't feel he doesn't feel like he has nothing to learn. It's been quite easy to work with him. He wants to learn. He's open minded. He's working good on the ball and off the ball. Some games he's better. Some games he tries a little more, but overall he's doing well. Good signs for the kid, and he will come good. Tabel, you want to add to that?
Now I'm all good. I agree with Enzo Maresca. The kid is improving, so hopefully he can get much better than this.
Yeah. Dante, how about you?
No, that's pretty spot on. Said everything we need to say there, right there.
Mm-hmm. Pretty spot on indeed. Yep. Enzo Maresca on facing Atalanta. You can see more of the team play 5 at the back. Most of the teams try to play man to man everywhere. I think Atalanta, they do a lot of man to man. If you go to the toilet, if you go to the toilet, they follow you. I'm dying here. That one is
Well done,
that one
Moise.
is very funny. I did talk about the man-to-man thing yesterday, Dante,
You
because the
did,
day
yeah.
I watched them, I didn't stay long, but that was one thing I sensed that Well, let me ask you that. Will that in any way work in our favor? But that's hilarious, though. My goodness. Ah, gosh.
That's a good one, Maresca.
Sorry, go ahead.
So that's a really good one from Maresca. I like that.
That's a good one, really. That's you can say the most relatable way to like ex- explain it to the fan because that can be annoying. If somebody follows you like that. Go ahead.
Yeah. It's funny. He said it's like an Italian saying because I have a lot of my wife's family. They all live in Italy, and when we go to Europe,
Hmm.
they have a saying in Italian, and it's not quite like that. It's translated across like that, but it's very similar. Yeah, it's basically wherever you go, they follow you. Even to the toilet, you get followed. Doesn't matter where you go. So
Hmm.
yeah, that's how Atalanta like to play. They play with the five at the back with the two wing backs that come back to defend, and then but they also go up and attack as well. And that's why I said they do leave a lot of room when they do attack. So a team that has got good possession, that knows how to hold the ball against them and get through them. Usually, when they play the better teams, they usually struggle against those teams. But if you let them play the way they like to play, they can score goals. They score quite a lot of goals. So, uh, yeah,
How
I
good
think we're
has this
pretty
Kamaka?
well. Yeah, Skamaka, but Lookman usually plays up front as in the more important games as well. He plays.
He's been. You could argue has Lookman. He's been the most potent.
Yeah, because he's got the speed as well. So and he's quite smart the way he makes his runs in behind. So Skamaka's more of a box presence, a little bit different. So yeah, look, they've got both, but I think when they play against some of the better teams, I think I saw when I saw it was Lookman was playing. So uh, yeah, they try to because they know they'll probably defend a little bit more, so they try to have that speed up front to catch him behind. So yeah, look, I think like I said,
Yeah,
I'm
you.
not
I
too
remember
worried
you
about this
saying
game.
they don't like it when the opponent keep the ball, starve them off the ball. I think that'd be the
Yeah,
more
yeah, yeah.
relatable way to phrase it. Yeah, go
And that's why
ahead.
I'm not too scared of them because of that. Because we're so good at that. We're pretty good at that. And depending who's playing, how many midfielders who plays, we're going to be very good at that. And we're going to have quite a lot of the ball. And that's really going to that's not their game. They don't like to run around too much. So I think we're pretty well suited against them, in my opinion. I'm not too worried about them, to be honest.
And quickly before I ask Tebeo, I don't know if I've asked you which of the two players are you more concerned about. I'd say Ademola.
Yeah, well,
Because
he's got,
he's a
yeah,
lot less predictable because he comes from the outside the box. Skamaka
exactly.
operates more like a box present, but Ademola, you can say he can be on the left and the right side central area, and if he gets a chance, he can put them away.
There's two, Lookman and De Ketelaere, the Belgium young kid. He was AC Milan and then went to Atalanta. Those two are. He's very technical. That player. He's like a 10 slash winger, but he's the one that works in between spaces, and
Hmm.
that's the dangerous players. So to me, yeah, definitely Lookman and De Ketelaere. They're the two dangerous
But,
players.
before I go to Tabejo, the Mont marking thing, how do you think we'll exploit that? Do you think that suits us well, or do you think it'd be a problem?
No, I think they basically play that way because they are with the wing backs, so they've got the five at the back, and they move up in midfield and they move up to attack as well. So it's always they have to play man to man because of that system. That kind of demands you to play a man to man system when you play with that five with the wing back. So I think that suits us because that leaves spaces open, and we're very good at creating spaces, triangles, and then getting away quickly and hurting opposition because there's space in, around, in, and behind. And we've got pretty good one-on-one players as well. So yeah, I think he suits us, in my opinion, at this game. That's why I'm not too worried about them.
Yeah, I agree with you. Tabel, I'll come to you in a bit. And Ozibak, I say our team looks way better when the midfield is set up correctly. I'm confident we will improve when Maresca figures this out. I think he knows his best midfielders, but unfortunately he has to rotate and he doesn't have all of them available. Now, Chelsea need to make space up for Jackson in January. Jackson will never get to play for Chelsea again. But I have to say this, that's my opinion. He's after all, he's just on loan. Uh, He's a Chelsea player. By the way, our web app also would track loan players. I'll show you guys the interface in a bit. You can track players, update the stats from them. I think we've gotten that one correct. A lot of fun to use, really. In January, I don't know about you guys, but I happily have him back. Could be a second chance for him. Otherwise, we have to learn Emegha. I think they're going to be more open to integrating Emegha, giving him time than bringing Jackson back. Because who's to say that he'd never behave like that again? And Jackson wouldn't want to come back. I think ego comes into play right now. He would want to prove that he was right to have left in the first place. It was messy. He didn't just leave. You say it wasn't just that sort of situation where we're hearing he was going to go out on loan, just like in Nkunku's case, where pay attention to Nkunku's case. If you paid attention to his departure, we didn't hear much. It was just that he was going to leave. It could be on loan, it could be on a permanent. And again, if you see him, he's smiling, still giving 100% on the pitch, even though at the time he knew he was on the verge of leaving the club. We heard nothing from his camp, but in Jackson's case, we were hearing from his manager became a philosopher, saying some nonsense, planes don't go backwards and all that. And Jackson swearing he didn't want to come back to Chelsea again. It is too messy. I don't think the club they'd risk having him back at the club because he can. No guarantees he doesn't do it again. Yeah. But that's by the way, because Chelsea need another striker, Emegha is coming. And if you paid attention, the reason I'm actually not that concerned is that we play in a manner we don't rely that much on our number nines. Our number nines operate differently, which I've explained to people. If you're expecting us to get a number nine that gets tons of goals, it's not going to happen. You'd see a balance of goals and assists from our number nines because the way we play, we almost always play with a fluid approach, which means it's not about a number nine. It's not about us channeling all our goal scoring opportunities through a single individual. Our number nines drop deep, participate in the play, create for their teammates, drift to the flank on either sides of the flank. If you've been following, but that's by the way. Let's see. I can't lie. Garnacho needs to improve. He's too passive for a small guy because Jamie Gittens close ball control is low key on Vinicius level. Jamie Gittens, you could argue, has a better close control than Vinicius. I'm not lying. Garnacho has a delicious touch. That's his touch. Close control is not anything I'm questioning. There are other aspects that he isn't perfect in, but his touches isn't something that I'm concerned about. A flop from Chelsea to Liverpool, Salah. I felt we won today. I think Gallagher was fuming the day Liverpool signed him until today, 8 years, and Salah is Liverpool's legend. Yeah, I think he broken all sorts of records. Do I think? Look, Salah for me, I hated him when he played alongside Sadio Mane. I think he was a bit too selfish for my liking at times, but I loved him even at that. But I don't want to weigh into what's going on there. Not my business. But Sumo Blue, nice to see you and thank you for joining the conversation. If this is your first time here, welcome to the community. Enjoy yourself, feel at home. All we ask of you is to keep it civil. Here, your opinion matters. Emegha has the Van Persie part wide open for him. Van Persie path, maybe in general Premier League. Well, yeah, okay, yeah, maybe. We'll see. I like him. Big up, Fundamentally Blue. Nice to see you once again. I do hope you're doing well. Tebeho, anything you want? Let me hear you. Ademola Lookman or Skamaka, which of the two players are you more concerned about?
I'm not concerned about any one of them because if you check the stats, Atalanta at the moment they're having a terrible season. 16 points in
That's when
40.
I get concerned. But I think they've not been bad in their last 5 games.
Yeah, but again, in the league they have 16 points in 14 games, so that's bad. But and then also in terms of numbers, for Lookman, Skamaka, they scored less than 5 goals, all of them. I think 2 or 1. So overall, I'm not scared of anyone. But there's a one particular player that I liked, was linked to Manchester City. Edison is a DM, so I really like him. So hopefully he will play tonight so that I can see him as well.
Yeah, so Rafael Palladino, Atalanta coach, the defeat by Verona was an episode that must never happen again. Against Chelsea, we have a great opportunity to redeem ourselves. They have they have great values in players. They won the Club World Cup, and we and what is that the same? The Kobbie Call, and we want to give our fans something to cheer about to beat the world champions. We're the team to beat now. Yeah, winning the Club World Cup did put us on the map. Anything here? So let's talk about this quickly. I like this key, but I think you can say we're packed in that department, in the midfield department to be more specific. That there's just injuries have made it seem as if we're lacking in numbers there, but I don't think we are. This postcodes on Kobbie Mainoo. He said you'd have to advise him to go to Chelsea, wouldn't you? Postcodes admitted if he rang me and said, "Look, Chelsea are interested. What do you think?" I'd say go all day long. The good, the bad, the football podcast they're quoting there. I'm not again. Pascal said maybe he doesn't like the way he's been treated under Amorim, or maybe, but this kid, I'd take him at Chelsea. But unfortunately, I don't think we have space for him, Dante. But let's hear you.
Yeah, look, I like him as well. He's a talented young player, but very talented. Let's not forget he started the Euro final for England as that midfielder next to Rice. So he played a lot in that tournament. He was the starting midfielder there. So,
and he was good.
Yeah, he was very good in that tournament. Very good. The problem is when Amorim came in, things changed with a lot of players. Of course, Amorim he's one of those managers that you really like, or you just don't get along at all with him. And I think there's
would it be correct to say he's that sort of manager that likes to prove to the squad, look, I'm in charge here.
Yes,
it's about me, not about you.
Correct. Yes, he wants to take that reign, and that's what he's been trying to do. That can work sometimes, but I think it hasn't worked this time, and hence I think there's too much of.
He's alienated a lot of players, right?
There's too large of a percentage in that dressing room that I think don't really like his philosophy and the way he speaks, what he does, the training. I think there's a big percentage. A lot of them have gone already, but there's still some there, definitely. So, look, they're not doing too bad. They're on the same points as us, pretty much. So they're not doing bad. They're going under the radar a bit, but they're not doing too bad. They're getting a little bit better. They bought some really good players, but Mainoo, yeah, look, he would suit us well how we play, because he can play the box to box, he can play the DM, he can play a bit forward if you want. So he can play all those free midfield positions without a problem. He's got physicality, he's got size. He's very good for his age. He's got a lot of top experience already, playing for a big club, like I said, for England. Little injuries here and there he had, which set him back, but I think the manager set him back the most, and they're not getting along at all. And he hasn't played at all much, even when he was available. So he's not happy. He wants out. I'm pretty sure he wants out. So, do we have room for him? That's the question.
If we don't, would you take him and let anybody go? Let's hear
you. First of all, depends how much we can get him for. That's another thing. What Man United want for him. Who would I let go? Well, I think Esugo can still play a little bit. Santos, no. Look, he can probably still play. Maybe Esugo would be the one probably to go if he came in, because he can do that role. He can play that role.
Wouldn't you say he's more of, he can play it, but he does have, you can say, that Lavia type of skill, beating the press. He has it in him.
Yeah, that as well, yeah. But if I were to choose out of Lavia, Esugo, that I would if I had to, I would take Asugo and I'll put him in. That makes us much stronger. Because like I said, he can play DM, he can play CM, and he's played on occasions even AM. So
Yeah,
he's
or
got that
the
all
hybrid
round.
of 8 and 6. He's capable of doing that. He can get you goals too.
Exactly. So he can do that Enzo Fernandez role pretty well. He's got the power, the power to run a lot. I've seen him do that for England. He was that guy that ran everywhere that can do that. So he can do that one, but he can back up DM. He can if he wants to come, I would welcome him to come. But I don't know if there's much room, like we said, and how much game time we can promise him as well. That's another thing.
All right, to hear your thoughts, would you take Kobbie Mainoo at Chelsea and let anybody go? Are you there? Is he? Where
Can
is
you
he?
hear me? Oh
I hear
Yeah,
man.
you.
crystal clear. Go ahead.
No, I had another phone call. My issue is that these people are calling me, and then when I answer the phone, the person is not talking, so I don't know who's this person.
That was me. Sorry, Mr.
Yeah, no, you don't have a certificate number, so it's not you.
Well, go ahead, Taveo.
So
Yeah, would you
in terms of
let anybody go to bring in make space for Mainoo?
nah. I won't let anyone go for Mainoo. I'm happy what we have at the moment.
All right, I don't like being sentimental as much as I love Lavia. If it can, I wouldn't mind planning to sell him to bring Mainoo. But right now there's still hope for Lavia because he's still very young. Yeah.
Yeah, coach.
But yeah, go
Is that
ahead.
the player you were trying to say earlier that you would move on?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
that makes sense then. Yeah.
Yeah, I would move fine again if I see space. I move him on, and that's if there's no guarantee he recovers and stays fit. Just pick Mainoo, who's available right now to start contributing. In business, no sentiment. Well said, Kuchi. Thank you for that. We don't have a striker problem. The strikers we have are struggling to adapt to the style at the moment. They will adapt with time, and Maresca could adjust his tactics just to make things a lot easier for them. And for the Mentally Blues says the Chelsea men's team lost it to the bottom team, and then Chelsea women's team said, please hold my beer, and they lost to the bottom table team too. Gift for the Christmas season. I mean, these things happen. Honestly, I think Mainoo is a very talented player. However, he is not on the same level defensively as Asugo, Lavia, or Santos. They don't have to be the same. But I think he can offer a lot. Uh, who he will have to contend with if we are getting rid of someone, then yes, yeah, I wouldn't mind if that. It depends. Yes, fam. Join our web app to connect with fellow community members. Have fun. Fun such as creating lineup, downloadable. Do a tier list, downloadable. Rate players, compare player stats. There are quizzes there. There's also ratings immediately after games. There's also in the community tab. That's also area designated for conversations during games. So it's going to be a lot of fun. We have had a few people join, but right now it is strictly by invite. So, but if you can go request access on our website www.achelseaperspective.com. If I see it, I'm probably right now let you in because we need a lot more people to use it. Send us feedback on how we can make it better. Big up to you, to Ibrahim Dawana, KK Dante, of course. Yeah, don't like him, please. Let's see. Javier Natalian Haywood says, I don't want us to buy another player from United to help them financially. I don't think we've paid that much that you'd argue we've helped them financially, but I get your point, really. Let's
Could be a
see.
loan option like Sancho.
Yeah.
Could be a loan option like Sancho we did as well.
hmm Yeah. And here, Mainoo is a top player according to Nicky Bott. Top player that we are, that they effed up for his football career. He has to leave United. He's lost 18 months of development. I hope he goes abroad because it's embarrassing if he goes to Chelsea, which could happen. I think his more likely destination would be Chelsea as long as he were interested because he has friends there.
Yeah, and we were interested last year. We were apparently he was
Were
on
we
our
really?
list. Yeah, apparently we were, but he decided, obviously Amaroon came in and decided to stay, but that's not worked out now at all. So
We could still go in for him because it's good business and Lavia hardly ever fit. I think the club, even though they still have the belief that Lavia will eventually stay fit, or maybe they'll find a way to manage his fitness, just like we've done to for a few of other players. Even at that, I think they'd still sign him because that's what clubs do. If they get a good opportunity, they sign Mainoo and then deal with who leaves.
yeah, it's a tough one, very tough one. Like I said, Santos is there as well. So if you buy Mainoo, you're pretty
But a
much
different profile, though. You think?
different
Not
profile,
exactly.
a little bit different, similar, but because their body type's different, strength is different. But Mainoo can do that very. Look, was trending towards starting getting to close to world class level after starting for England and playing that well in that midfield. He was the runner in that midfield, in that around Rice and Bellingham up forward a bit. He was the one a bit behind that was doing everything in that CM role. So he's a very very good player. But yeah, it's tough to see him, but I would take him because that type of caliber player, it's pretty hard to say no to, and being English as well, and the right age, and he's a very young age as well. So yeah, he's got all the attributes basically for the midfield role. So yeah, interesting one. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna end this poll. Where is it? Which asks the question: No Palmer in the squad versus Atalanta. What's your prediction? I think I need to rephrase that for the panelists. How do we, like you say, what do we do with that Palmer? I mean, I think we've had a period during his absence to figure out how we play without him. I don't think it makes sense to still ask that question. But because he's available for selection, the manager decided to leave him out entirely, probably not to risk too much. I think it's important we talk about it at some point, maybe when we start building the lineup. And 89% we win away because Parma isn't playing. 11% says a gritty draw. And zero believes Atalanta will beat us. Okay. That's by the way. I'm going to use that poll to beg for likes in a bit. And Jay here says, are you guys convinced with Emegha? He looks he looks average to me, and life will be 10 times more harder at Premier League. Hope he proves me wrong, but feels like another gamble for the striker department. I'm not concerned. I'm not concerned. The fact that he's you can say he's a full-fledged Dutch international. That tells you that he's doing a lot of stuff right. He's a good player, and I'm never concerned whenever we're signing players from the French league. I get it. This is C and what's his name and Badia Shile. People will reference them and say, "Yeah, how well did they do?" But in all honesty, Emegha is different. He's a good player. If you've watched him play, you'd know that in a team full of a lot more quality players, he'd be even better. I'd be able to tell a player that I say if we sign that player he will not do well. But Emegha, not him. I think he will thrive at Chelsea, in my opinion. So do not be that concerned. I think the first person I see that expressed concerns that he's not going to do well like against Chelsea was Mies on X. And even he just said it without context. He didn't because I didn't go into detail like Jay does again, like in Jay's comments here. The kid will do well at Chelsea, believe me. And let's see
That
what we
guy
have
hasn't watched
there.
any Strasbourg
Yeah,
games to know, coach. So that was just an assumption. He doesn't
on
watch
Mises'
Strasbourg
part,
games.
right?
Yeah, he doesn't watch Strasbourg games. So how would he know?
He watched one on that day and then concluded that that's not it.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly. Yeah.
which is not okay, really. What the heck is going on? Boychester divided on the same point as us. Their fans when the manager gone. It didn't start today. Usually fans don't they don't get, you can say, they don't just forfeit. How do I phrase this to accurately get my point across? They don't forget easily. I think that's the more relatable language there. Even though they're doing well now, some of them don't care. They want him gone because they're still concerned that he's still, they still struggle. Maybe they beat Wolves because it was Wolves, of course. What happened with Bonanote? We've talked about him even before the manager dropped him. We had you could say a conversation here about him at length. That he's looked good on the eyes at the time, but numbers show he's not been that productive. So we saw this coming. But that's by the way. What else? Anything else to Where do you want to come in, or should we move on to the next item? Emegha,
Yeah,
Emegha, and I don't know if Dante have spoken about him.
yeah. Man, with Emegha,
I don't think
I,
it's
I
Emegha.
don't say again.
I think it's pronounced Emegha, but go ahead. You can pronounce it
Yeah.
Emegha. It doesn't. I'm not his father.
Yeah, for me personally, I still need more from him in order to convince me that he'll do well at Chelsea. But again, he haven't played for Chelsea yet, so it's so hard to conclude whether he will do bad or not. So let's see for the future. But I think he's a good player, and then he still have a lot of things to learn from. So I think he'll do well at Chelsea, but again, I still need more from him. Sometimes it's missing a chance that he should score, so that's my issue with him. So, but again, he's still young and he'll develop.
All right. All right. Dante, how about you?
Yeah, well, we've watched him quite a bit, me and Tobago. So look, he's got talent. He's very tall. It's something we don't have. Very different. He's 6'5". I think he's very tall. So the only problem is, I keep saying this, is the balance, a bit of the balance, physicality, lower body strength that he hasn't really got yet because he's still, he's starting to get that strength. So because he is such a tall guy, so that's the only thing missing. But it's getting better and better, and he's putting a bit of muscle on, and I think it definitely benefits him to stay this season, play a lot of games, more games in Europe as well, and then next season come when he's got a bit of more of that balance sorted out, because I think he might struggle a little bit with the Premier League sort of intensity, but also just the body, the physicality, where they're just a little nudge. Even now, because he's so tall, you nudge him a little bit when he's running, he's off balance completely, and that's it. He's lost. So that's where he needs to improve a lot. I've seen steady improvement in that as this season. He came back a little bit stronger from the off season. So another 6 months to 8 months, that's going to get even better. And I'm pretty sure he's already on some sort of program for that, because I think they would know that. So that is the only issue. But I don't think he's quite ready right now. No, I think he needs the year in Strasbourg, and then he'll be ready next year.
And with when he's surrounded with much better crop of players, I think he'd do even better.
Yeah, but he does like to run into space. So he likes to have space to run into. Left, he can go left, he can go right for the center. He thrives with space and that type of football. Where we're more heavy possession football, we have to break down some of those teams. We can you can do well against teams that play that way, but yeah, he can struggle when there's not much space and a little bit of crowd, and you put a body on him, he can struggle. And I've seen him, against teams like that struggle. So that's the only sort of thing that he needs to improve on. But yeah, that's he's getting better and better at that as well. That's why he needs that extra year just to get better at that, and a bit stronger, and a bit more smarter at how to use his body as well.
Yeah. Thank you for that. We definitely need a second goalkeeper as soon as possible. Out of the 100 goalkeepers we've gotten, only one is good enough to make the first team. That's just your opinion. Look, I think that's to an extent accurate, because Jorgensen, he's been, you could say, he struggled with confidence of late. I wouldn't say Pendance is ready. So yeah, I think it's an accurate statement, but I think we'll be all right by the time the season ends. We'll see how the club deals with such a situation. 18 likes, we can do a lot better than that. Let's try and get it to 100 likes today, like we did 3 consecutive days in a row last week or so. Um, um, I've watched a handful of Strasbourg matches with Emegha involved, and from then I noticed good box movement for crosses, very rigid body movement, below par shooting, can run up poor physicality. And how old is he? You say he will become better. Those things are not. I'm not that concerned, but he has the fundamentals, the basics he needs to develop, which is why he's on loan at Strasbourg. He will
He's
eventually
22,
get
coach. So
become better. Go ahead.
yeah, he's 22, so he's done like this. That's what I mean. That growth from last year to now, so he's ready to go. He'll be 23 next season, so he should be ready to go next season. That's sort of the perfect age, for his body type. Because, like I said, he's not like every other. He's very different. Being 6'5", I mean, that's very tall for a striker. So, um, yeah, like pretty much like Jay says, like I said, the physicality, yeah, he looks strong, but the lower half is not strong. And that's very easy for a defender to know what to do in the Premier League, especially against teams that, defend a lot more and more physical. It's pretty easy to get him off balance, but yeah, he'll be working on that hopefully.
And it's I think you've said it already. It's something that he can improve upon. And let's talk about it a bit before we start the lineup prediction exercise, and now show people our web app before we continue. Um, People don't understand that we're not that sort of team that rely on strikers. I think they are expecting that if we sign number nine, they're gonna be scoring tons of goals. You could argue that's a chance. Osimhen knew our manager well enough to know that he's not gonna be the main guy, because we don't do that at Chelsea. We don't play in a manner that you say our number 9 is the main goal scorer. And I think Maresca, he said something to that effect too. I think what led to that question was one journalist asking him a question related to goals coming from defenders, midfielders, wingers, and he talked about how he likes it like that. But let's say, Dante, people are not paying attention to the way the manager approaches the game, and as such, not realizing that our number 9s are not going to be getting tons of goals. It will be a balance of assist and goals.
Yeah, well, not the focal point of the attack like a traditional striker. We're not going to play everything through him and try to get everything to him like that type of striker. So, like you said, Osimhen, he would want that type of football to play for him, towards him, so he can shine. And he does all the
he
the
would want
goals
it to be
for the
all
goals.
about him.
Yeah, correct. And that's why he's at Galatasaray. He can do that there, no problem. So, yeah, look, we don't really play like that. No, Maresca did say, you're right. He said, he wants 10, 15 goals from everyone, left wing, right wing, center forward, striker, 10. He wants it shared between, instead of having, 30, 40 goals, one person. That's not his philosophy. It's not his style. He wants everyone involved. So, and that is his type of football. The way we play, that's how it's going to be. So, not saying that I like a Haaland, cannot do it. Probably can, because you see Man City can, but it's not our system.
You can argue Haaland's availability. You say the signing of Haaland meant that Pep had to adjust his approach a little bit.
Little bit, but he's a freak of nature, so he's very different. So, but that's what I'm trying to say. That's extremely rare. Like, there's not another striker like Haaland. So there's not. So that's 1 in a million. So you're not going to find anything like that. So yeah, look, it's more fluid approach. Very simple, interchangeable fluid approach. Everyone involved. Everyone gets touches. Everyone eats. Basically, everyone's happy.
Yeah. But unfortunately, a lot of Chelsea fans don't know that. And I'm just happy we didn't sign Osimhen for his own good. Because after a season, if he doesn't score 15, 20 goals, they will turn on him, irrespective of how the manager likes to approach the game.
Well, look, he's a
Tabitha, anything
Galatasaray
you want to add to that?
striker
Go
for a
ahead.
reason. If he's a top striker, but I mean, no big club came for him.
Yeah, for all the reasons that I don't know, but I'm just happy he didn't join Chelsea. I think it would have been Lukaku 2.0, irrespective of how good of a player he is. But let's see, Tabitha, when you're ready to speak, just let me know. The irony is we miss a player like Drewsbury Hall in this team. He wanted to leave because we wanted to keep him. He was a good squad player, and had he stayed, eventually I think he'd become a starter. Really, we're not signing any players in January. Sadly, I don't know, but we'll see. We probably will, and Judge probably leaves in January. Yeah, I think in this case it'd be correct to say he definitely leaves in January. I don't know. That could change, but we'll see. Emegha is 6'5", has electric pace and has good shot accuracy and box movement. The rest can be coached. If he's any better than Tammy Abraham, that's already a win. I think he's much better than Tammy Abraham already. I liked Tammy, but he does have some deficiencies at the time that I don't want to talk about right now. And Jay says, Coach, do you see our schedule from January to March? You're effing scared. Do you guys think our squad is good enough to deal with it? I've inboxed you in case. I think we are. I think we are. How does it differ that much? Maybe you could say the strength of the teams we'll be playing at the time. I think by that time we'd have a lot of our players back and we'll be even more of a unit at the time. And the stronger the opposition, the more confident I am. I'm not concerned really. But let's hear you. That question is posed to everyone on the panel. So, Dante, your thoughts.
Yeah, look, it's a busy period. We're not in the Conference League, so we can't rotate like we did. It is Champions League, and that's Champions League is you're playing a lot better teams, especially the next sort of round. Yeah, it's going to be very different, but it will only make us better next season, especially next season, because we're going to go through this season. So, look, although it's going to be challenging, it's going to make those players more stronger and better for next season when we're sort of scheduled next season to start making a run for it. So it's got positives as well. So, and like you say, when we play against the good teams, especially those teams, especially at night, the Champions League nights and stuff like that, we're pretty up for those games, and we're very good at that. Very good at those games as well. Maresca tactically, and the players are up for those games as well. So, yeah, I think we'll be fine. It's a good experience for next season, especially for Maresca as well. Let's not forget he hasn't played in in the Champions League, as in coached the Champions League. So he did the Conference League, but like I said, he was able to rotate 10, 11 players, basically 10, 11 players every week. Well, we can't do that in the Champions League. So, he's not perfect, so he's not going to get it always right, but I think it's just going to benefit us even more, especially next season. It's going to really benefit us going through that tough, playing a lot of games and the rotation for Maresca, for the players. Yeah, I think it's going to do, and I think we'll be fine results-wise, most of them, and we'll still get top four, and we will be in the Champions League next season as well. So I think we'll be just fine. We've got the squad to do it. I'm not too worried. I think we're good.
Yeah, here's something that's what gives me one of the reasons why I'm very confident about next season is that you can say 90% of the players we have right now will still remain. Then from now on, we're not going to be seeing a lot of changes to the squad.
Very good point, Coach. Yeah, very good point.
We're not going to be seeing a lot of changes, so that will go a long way. If anything, it will be one player here, one player there. Because we practically have everything we want now. It's just them sticking together and growing together. But go ahead if you wanted to add to that.
And that was the original plan, the 5-year plan, basically, to do that exactly. And then when you're up there, you're ready, you got a great core, most of them in together then you can no more spending like we did, as in 5, 7, 8 players. It's basically going to be one or two, probably two players, maybe 3 max. But if they go from what they said, unless they changed it, they'll want to add quality star players that will be available still at a good age. Obviously, not 30 years old, but players that a similar age to when Enzo, when Caicedo, well, these guys will be in their prime. They'll be 26 at that age. 26, they'll be in their primes basically in 2 years' time. So even from next year, they'll still be 24, 25. So yeah, look, that's the plan. That's what they want to do, and we'll see how they stick to it. We still sign some young players, but I think that's just to round up the squad as well. And you do need those players for financial reasons as well, because that's part of the sport as well. You need, especially these days, you need that financial to be able to sell players as well and make money as well.
Yeah, I agree. So let's see, what else do we have here? Did I address now? I think I did. Here we have Siddiqa say good morning to you too. Please, sir, I would like Maresca to finish the season with Pedro Neto as our number 9 and Garnacho and Estevão as our wingers. I wouldn't mind that. It's a more fluid front three, and we seem to play better every time. We don't have any player on the pitch that's even 50% a traditional number 9, or that applies themselves 50% in a manner in a number 9 way, in a traditional number 9 way.
Just against low blocks, you need João Pedro against low blocks. You need to have some aerial, defensively aerial and offensively. He's involved in a lot of our goals for November. He was involved in all the goals, either assist or pass to assist that he headed down, or he won a ball. So it is still important against teams that are more low block to have. Neto can play, I agree 100%. Neto can play a striker against most of the teams that are open. He can play striker, no problem.
Yeah, I agree. So this year, Neto should not be our top scorer. It doesn't matter. I like it that our top scorers aren't our number 9s. It's a good sign. It simply means stop our number 9s, you haven't stopped us. If you stop our number 9s, they turn creators. That's one of the most important things of playing with a fluid approach, of not relying on your number 9 alone to be the goal scorer, of not relying, you can say, of not playing in a manner that every time you get close to the final third, you channel all your goal scoring opportunities through a single individual. Pedro Neto have been our top scorer is a good sign. It's nothing wrong about that. Once again, if you stop our number 9, you haven't stopped us. You haven't stopped us because the goals can come from the flank players or the midfielders or defenders. It's a good thing. Stop our number 9, they'll become creators. And that's what I want to see. Now that the lap is out, we're not letting Judge go, right? I think he probably still goes because he wants to go. Yeah, he's part of the squad right now because the deal that could have seen him leave did fall through, not because we wanted to keep him. Didn't find an agreement, maybe. We probably will let him go. He barely plays anymore. Yeah, exactly. That's not up to us, really. The fact that he barely plays, he would want to leave, and he's made that clear, really. So I don't see a world where we can convince him to do otherwise. All right, but that's by the way, we're not going to talk about the web app right now. Let's start with what we have scheduled, do the lineup prediction exercise, and then I will educate you guys a little bit about Chelsea Perspectives web application. A lot of fun stuff there. There's a prediction league. The winner will get at least $50. Let me just leave it at that. There's a long watch. You click through it. It shows you a lot of Chelsea players on loan, their statistics so far. You can create a tier list and download it. You can rate our players immediately after our games. You can build a lineup and download it. This is just assuming that I'm not logged in yet. And more importantly, it's in beta mode. So we're still implementing a lot of stuff. But that's, by the way, I will log in and we'll talk about it once we're done with the lineup prediction exercise because, part of the schedule isn't to teach you how to, you can say, what benefits you get from being registering for our web app. So Dante, now, if I get it, you could say the question answers itself because we played tons of games without him, played well actually, proven that we're not Palmer FC. I think that argument has been put to bed given his prolonged absence. But now he's available, but he's not available for this particular game. How do you think Maresca adjusts things? I'm training myself not to, you can say, not to do a lot of tapping. So I'm going to let you speak.
No, it's a fine, coach. I mean, it's the right decision not to, to play this game because he played and he can't play, 2-3 days later again, just with the injury and also with the travel and because you have to fly as well. So it's a bit different on the body. So yeah, it's definitely the right decision. Need him for Everton, so that's fine. He can play on the weekend. So yeah, look, there'll be a bit of rotation, I think, in this game. Not that much, but I think there is some key players that need to be rotated because they'll come up on their 5th game in 10 days, pretty much. And I was surprised maybe that a couple of them played last game, to be honest. But yeah, look, I think there'll be definitely a couple of forced changes because of that, in my opinion.
I think it means that Estevão definitely starts.
Yeah, Estevao can start for Europe, no problem. He's only played 45 minutes, so yeah, he can definitely play, no problem.
And the pattern is clear. He's a much better player for us in Europe right now.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, a lot of players are suited to that. I would argue that's where Hato comes in, I think, at left back as well. He's played well when we've played in Europe. He's played well, so I think
but
this
his
is a
last
good time.
European, you can say, out and was not, you can say, not one to remember.
No, he was good, coach. Don't you remember? Didn't he win against his old side? He played very well.
Yeah, he did play. I'm not saying he was bad. I'm just saying the last one he played against Karabakh.
That was a while ago now.
Yeah,
that
a day to forget.
That was when he was still.
Do you think Maresca? Do you think he filled some? I was thinking maybe he gets to play in a cup game, the small, like you say, the restart to his Chelsea life.
He has to field him in this game because Cucurella 5th game in 10 days. It's not possible. And plus Everton coming back again on Saturday. He can't do that. Like, I think this is the game you play him. We're
actually playing on Sunday
in the UCL at the moment, so he can do a defensive job, no problem. And he's got experience in the European competition. He's always played Ajax in it. So this is the game you put him in for those 2 specific reasons.
Go ahead, Tabel.
We're actually playing on Sunday, so we will have well rested enough for the Everton game.
So what are you suggesting?
Well, not really.
That you still see Korea
5 games in 10 days, Tobago. It doesn't matter if it's Sunday because we're playing Wednesday.
Yeah, we're playing Saturday, actually. I'm just double check. Yeah, we're playing Saturday. Oh, my God.
Yeah, it's crazy. Every 3 days.
Yeah, for me personally, I would rest Marco Corella, but again, I'm not sure Inter Maresca will do that, especially had to play the away game against the Karabakh, and then he was horrible in the first half, and then now we're playing away against Atalanta, so it might be risky for the lad. But again, if Inter Maresca do that, I'm happy with that as well because Marco Corella clearly he needs a rest. He can't play every game, man. That's why, for me personally, the game against Bournemouth, Marco Corella was horrible because of his fitness issues.
That was his game for a long time.
Exactly. I was so frustrated with him against Bournemouth because he lost the ball a lot of times. So that's not Marco Corella that I know. So
yeah,
hopefully we can rest him tonight. Exactly. So, but again, let's see what Enzo Maresca will do.
Let's see what he does. I think he'd have I think we might well see Hatta today. But we need to keep monitoring data. All these minutes takes its toll, especially guys who are injury prone. Have we find a way? Maybe we'll find a way to keep him fit. Since he's joined Chelsea, he's been excellent, and but still, I don't think we need to, you can say, drive the bus until the wheels fall off. Even though he stayed fit, I think he will probably get, you could say, pushing the limits right now. If we can just rest him today, but leave him on the bench in case he's needed. Your thoughts, Dante?
Yeah, he's the other one. Him, Cucurella, Enzo Fernandez, and Neto. They're the three that need the rest, basically. So I think we've got wingers to cover that, no problem. So I think he's fine to be on the bench, and if we need, like you say, he can come on. So I think we can cover him with the wingers that we have. We can cover him, no problem. So even Enzo Fernandez in that midfield, Caicedo is back, so you can play Andres Santos there. So that's not a problem as well. So Cucurella, we just said Hato. So those three are the ones for me that probably need. Like Tobago said, Cucurella, I saw him. He wasn't himself last game. He wasn't making those runs forward. He wasn't making the runs diagonally too much because he's losing the ball. He looked very fatigued to me. He looked tired. His game was off because of it. Same with Enzo Fernandez, basically, as well. So I think he didn't have the best game because of that reason as well. I didn't see him crashing the box much doing that. He just wasn't able to do it too much. He only did it a couple of times, which is not normal. So I think those players definitely need to be rotated, tomorrow. Well, tonight, yeah.
Yeah, they do. And yes, thank you for that one. And Wavy one says that Garnacho is probably going to start since he was in the press conference. The keyword there is probably, not certain. Yeah, most likely, but still not certain because I've experienced, I think, but it rarely happens that the player participates in the presser and not get to start. But it could happen. But I get where you're coming from. Let's say a lot of the squad players would want to leave if the manager doesn't give them playing time. Rotation comes in because we want them all to stay. We believe they're all good players. And again, big clubs do rotate, especially if you have to play as many games as we have to play. To win a league or the Champions League, you really do need to trust your whole squad. He trusts all of them. That's why he's rotating. I don't think anybody would look at Maresca and said, yeah, he doesn't trust his players. But that's by the way, people. Keep dropping the likes. The likes do go a long way. We have 31 people following the show on YouTube. In total, we have 31 on YouTube, but 20 likes. That's fine, but we can do a lot better than that. The rest are shared between X and Facebook where that equally Coachella doesn't know. So thought more about things that Sanchez starts between the sticks. I think maybe it looks like it. Two centre backs, Fofana and Chalobah again. I think Josh Achampong might play today, but I'm not sure. Gusto right back and left back, Marco Correa. I don't think Correa starts today. 266, yeah, Moises Caicedo comes back, and James Enzo Fernandez at the 10 area. We'll probably see an approach where we'll see 2 10s maybe. Estevão Willian, Neto, and João Pedro. You could argue they nailed it, maybe. I'm not too sure. But Dante, as usual, I've done my research. I'm going to take care of the hardest part of the lineup prediction exercise. I think I've taken my time to look at it. I think Sanchez starts between the sticks.
Yeah, I think so as well.
Okay. I mean, that's the most difficult part, right?
Well, look, I mean, he's in top form. At least it gives you stability back there. So, yeah, he has to start.
All right, back 4.
Yeah, I'm going with Hato over Cucurella.
I think I agree. We might see Hato left back.
You never know.
Cucurella looked lost in that last game. He was still, you could say, able to. You could say, well, you could still see that erratic approach of his, but at the same time, some poor decision making in terms of reading the game and all that. It was clear that he was mentally tired, in my opinion. So yeah, I agree. Hato, we might see him there, but Cucurella will be on the bench in case. And remember the approach. Not you could say we still see a back 3 application wise.
Yep.
So go ahead. Let's hear you.
Don't think Wes will play again. So you might see Buddy Shield play in this game, I think.
You might see Buddy Shield left centre back, possibly.
Yep. I think he probably plays in this game. I just don't see. Yeah, Wes won't play. I doubt he'll play because Chalobah is another one of those that's played all the games, but as a
A
central
lot.
defender, you can do that most of the time.
And
He's got no
arguably
issue.
our best defender of late.
Yeah. So wonder if he starts again or he gets rotated, but I think he probably starts Chalobah again.
Yeah, I do think Chalobah starts too. I did think. Here's the question now. Do you think you think Chalobah starts again? Wait, I think we'd see
Tobago.
Josh Achibong in this game.
Yeah.
Definitely, Tosin is out of the question. Did he travel with the troop?
No, I don't. He should have. He should travel. I'm not sure. I'm not 100% if he's traveled or not, but I don't think they'll play that many long balls in. They don't do unless Skamaka's play. If Skamaka's not playing, if Lookman plays, well, then they're not going to.
They have to keep it on the carpet.
Yeah, so he's not
But
at all.
Skamaka, I think, plays.
If Skamaka
Doesn't
plays,
travel.
it might be, that's a reason to. But we'll wait and see. I still think Barishil is ahead of Achapong at the moment. If Achapong does play, he'll play that right back that it maybe inverts into midfield.
He might. We might see him again in the right back position.
Yeah, because James is not going to play again. Gusto's played 2-3 in a row. It's either Gusto or Achapong. If he wants to rotate Achapong, I think Achapong can do that.
So you think here will be who?
I think Chalobah stays.
How about Fofana? You don't think it's going to be Fofana? You think it's
No, he's
Chalobah,
not playing
right?
again. He won't play again. He can't play. He's not ready for that yet. He kind of alluded
So right
to that,
back, we
but
can put Achampong there, which makes sense when it transitions. When it becomes a back, Felix Chalobah stays central, Badiashile left centre back, right
yeah,
centre back.
I'd like to see that because I'd like to see him play
Josh.
there and then invert into midfield.
But do you
when
think we're trying to predict the manager's lineup? So do you think we see Josh here?
most likely it'll be Gusto, to be honest.
Exactly. I mean, big up guys, but we haven't
Big up,
really
Jay.
seen Maresca trust Josh on the fullbacks. So I don't know how this could be the first time that he'll do. Maybe it's Gusto.
No, but here's the thing, Jay. If he starts
Yeah.
here, right?
Mm.
The application, he operates mainly like a right centre back, not necessarily.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
As a right back.
Hater's the one that inverts a bit and goes a bit forward. Like we saw him when he did play, he did do that.
Yeah. Could be.
So what do you make? Do you think we'd see this back for?
My
I think
argument is
yeah.
My argument is why he would, make Fofana travel if he's not going to make him start or play.
Have him on the bench. You never know. We might need them.
But there has been instances, coach, where he has not allowed Fofana to travel when he wanted him to rest. So this time he's
I'm
traveling.
not saying.
So
Here's the thing: that you'd have the plan to rest a player,
yeah,
but you still have him on the bench. On the bench in case the ones you want to start, they don't do well, or if they start to struggle. There are instances where you decide to not even travel with them if you have enough cover that you feel like you're not going to need him at all.
They're still going to travel with the team though, because they wanted to
Yeah.
be together. The experience. They're still going to travel. When he didn't travel before, he still had problems, the inflammation and stuff. So he wasn't going to travel. But I think now he's okay to travel. So he travels with the team, starting or not starting. He's still going to travel with the team anyway.
But let's hear you,
Yeah.
Jay.
look, I think if Fofana is not starting, as you guys are making the case, then I don't see a world in which both Chalobah and Fofana are not, playing. I think if that's the case, then Chalobah is going to start again, unfortunately, without any rest. So he has to start. Bediashile is something I would like Josh, but as Dante mentioned, I think Bediashile is still ahead of Josh. So for me, I think these two will be the preferred centre-back partnership, Bediashile and Chalobah. I'll agree with that.
Why do I think I would see Josh in this game? But okay.
We could, because we did see him come on as a substitute. So, I mean, that gives you a little sign that he might
Yeah,
be ready. come back in as
For
well.
me, Josh might start for Trevor Chalaba for me, but for him playing the right back, I don't see that as well.
Here's one thing. I don't see a world where Josh
Yeah.
and Badiashile start at the same time. That's zero leadership, especially if they're flanked by the fullbacks. We're saying, I get it. Application is different. Hato and Gusto. I don't see a world where in the center backs will be Josh and Badiashile. None of them can lead. It's like giving the keys to the key or to the house, irrespective of Badiashile's age. They lack leadership there. For Josh to be there, it have to be one of Chalobah or Fofana. Then you have leadership to an extent there.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, look, if it is Josh, he's probably in that role instead of Badiashile. But
Yeah,
I still think he's in front. Badiashile is in front of him at the moment.
Experience and all that. Word on the street is Mudryk. I'm not going to pronounce it how you wrote it. Go away. Might be back at the club. Do you get him? Do you give him a chance over? I will, but I think we'd have too many players. Probably, he might be the one that they'd ask go out on loan. I don't think. Look, there's something Dante said earlier on. If the club really wanted to, you could say bye, Felicia. By now, he'd be you could say it'd be how much he owes us, or would be in court, or
it's a clause in the contract.
His former club, his former club will sue us, trying to say, not their fault. Something
it's in every contract, coach. It's every professional contract. You got the that clause. They can if they want, they can activate Chelsea.
Yeah. Irrespective of whether you're guilty or not, they have every right to terminate it as long as it emerged. Because the rules say you are responsible for whatever you ingest, irrespective of how it gets to your table.
Mm-hmm.
So the club, does have the right to terminate his contract, whether he's guilty or not, whether he knew exactly what he was ingesting at the time. It doesn't matter to them, but he's still listed on the club's website as one of our squad. He still holds a space.
Yeah.
So something says the club still want to give him a chance, or maybe you can interpret that as the club knowing that they've seen something that suggests he knew nothing about what he took in. For lack of a more relatable language there. But go ahead, Jay, were you saying something?
Coach, he might be back in January. Well, in that case, if George goes out,
they keep him
back in January, and there you go. That's a perfect swap, basically.
Yeah, I like that tap in.
But I think these are too many hypotheticals, I'll agree with Dante. I think the best possible scenario for him would be to, build his fitness while being at Chelsea, right? In the training and all, and that will take a lot of time. So first of all, I don't really believe so much in these news that we have been seeing from the last 24 hours. I think these are pure rumors.
Too easy, right?
I would have pure doubts
it's
over
coming
these.
up with 1 year exact date. That's why the reporters are doing that, because usually that's when you find out. That's why they're doing that, the reporters.
Yeah. And let's assume that if these are right and he's coming back in January, I don't think that the George and Mudryk, one will go out, and because we are getting that Mudryk, I don't think that makes sense, because let's be real. A player who has not really kicked the ball for over a year, I don't really assume that he will be in full fitness. I think he'll be far from it. So it will take months for him to actually get the pace of it. So I don't think it's realistic to expect that, we can let George go, and because of Mudryk coming, I think that's not.
It's not a matter of we letting if George actually, he was on his way out. It's just that the deal fell through, and he's banked on leaving. And the fact that he hadn't played that much after staying, I don't think we can convince him otherwise. He's going to leave eventually.
Well, he played quite a lot, actually, but he just hasn't played the last month leading to January now, which tells you a lot, which tells you most likely he's on the way out, not to get injured, etc., not in the plans, because he's not going to be here past January. So he did play originally quite a bit, even at the number 9 position. So he played a lot, actually, when he stayed. But
Exactly. I actually believe that he will go, but that was my point, that these two are separate things. We can't really, include both in the same sense, that
yeah, but
because
Jay,
George is going.
Mudryk's been training, full hardcore training, as in with personal trainers. I think he hired 2 personal trainers, and they're simulating. They're doing actually like games intensity. So he's been training fully since then. It was a program from Chelsea actually. So he's been training hard.
Okay.
I mean,
Again, Dante, I'll have heavy doubts on such things. Maybe I'll only believe when I'll see,
well, that's been reported. That's why I'm saying it. It's not. I'm not making it up. That's been
You're
reported.
definitely making it up.
Yeah, so I'm not making it up. It's been reported that he's doing the program and he's training with 2 separate personal trainers to continue the program from Chelsea. So he can't just train with Chelsea, but he can train
Yeah.
separate, as in with personal trainers. So he's been keeping his fitness like full to the top level. So yeah, match fitness a little bit different, but that's only like maybe a few weeks, and you're back, no problems. Because I mean, he's young, he can run, no problem. So so I don't think fitness is a problem, to be honest. That's not a problem at all.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but talking about the George matter, I actually think people at Chelsea need to reconsider the George option again, because Maresca, look, he's not my cup of tea. I don't like Tyke George as a 9. I have been critical about it, but Maresca trusts him a lot in that position, and he trusted him because of a situation which involved Delap being injured. And now Delap is injured again. And they are exclusively saying that they are not going to pursue Emegha or any other striker.
Yeah.
They're
So
gonna
these are
accelerate. You could say his
Yeah,
exactly. So
Delapangi
you
just
are
came
leaving
through.
him with the not
That's
in
why.
form or not your typical number 9 João Pedro and a 18-year-old striker Magu. I don't feel confident about this.
Let's see what they do. Let's see what they do.
That's where Neto
So
comes
that
into play as well.
yeah, and I'd rather NATO. I'd rather NATO. Dante, your 2 6s. Let's hear you.
So yeah, Caicedo obviously is back.
Yeah, of course. He's not gonna miss it. I said yesterday that his camp, they'll be licking their lips. Yeah, how many games we've won since his absence, and if we win this one,
Well, doesn't matter. He is. I mean, he's
no, but you
world
get it.
class.
I
Yeah,
mean, there are some things you don't need to say.
exactly. Yeah,
Yeah, but who's the other guy for you?
I think Santos plays this game. I think he'll
I think
do
it
that
makes
game.
sense, but Fernandez will still be on the bench, right? Or maybe
Yeah, of
Fernandez
course
could
he'll be on
still
the bench.
start.
Look, he
It's
can still
hard to
play,
see.
but
It's hard to
I
see
have a
Enzo
doubt.
not starting.
I have a doubt he's not playing because too much. He's one of those on the
It's been too
cusp.
much. Yeah.
And it gets to that stage where the players don't perform. Like last game, he didn't perform at all because of that. I saw him. He made like 2 or 3 only runs into the box the whole game. So that's nowhere near how many we need. So that's because
He's
just
tired.
wasn't.
But
Yeah, even the Leeds game, Enzo Fernandez was horrible.
And here's the thing, Jay. One thing you pay attention to, I think there's a good balance there. Balance in terms of one old head or old guard and one newcomer. You pay attention to how Maresca rotates him more. Every time he's risked not having an old guard in any of the like I said, departments on the pitch, we struggle in that aspect. So now there's a good balance here. You get 2 old heads, 3 old heads, old guards in the back line, 1 old guard in the midfield. Then I think we have at least 1 old guard in the attacking 4, if you want to call them that. So I think this could balance. I don't think he would worry too much that Enzo isn't on the pitch, but he still have him on the bench in case he needs to bring him on. But I think Santos starts this one.
yeah, look, I want this. I want Caicedo and Santos because of obviously Enzo needing rest as well. And look, as you said, this does make sense. I think it's very compact, and there will be a lot of control for us in that midfield because of Santos and Caicedo. Especially, I think defensively they will help a lot. But I have again my doubt. The major doubt is because Enzo is kind of that core player for Enzo Maresca's whole system, and if you want to talk in particular elements, I think progression-wise, he's very, very much important. So is he going to really, go to a away trip like Italy without Enzo? Look, he needs rest, but same can be the case for Chalobah, but we are predicting him to start, so there can be a case that Enzo also starts.
Jay, central defenders can play every single game of the season, no problem, if they're fit.
Go ahead, Dante. I'll be back in a few seconds.
Yeah, central defenders are very different. They run the least on the field. Goalkeeper runs the least, but as in the play, they run the least. It's more about positioning and stuff. So good central defenders, if you're not injured, if you don't have injury problems, you can play no problem. So that's why I put Chalobah there. Wes, because obviously he came off a big injury and he's not ready yet to play back to back to back. So that's the only reason why. But he'll probably be ready to do that in the next couple of weeks as well, Wes. But that's the only reason I put a central defender there like that. They can play like John Terry, the Cavalli. They didn't miss a game. They were played like he's got the record playing. Defenders play if they're available. They always play. That's your sort of base. So Enzo Fernandez, though, he's the one that runs the most on the field pretty much nearly every game. And I think that was lacking the last two games, especially against Bournemouth. I think that was...
Yeah, I think that makes sense. Yeah.
That's the only reason I say that. Although he could still play him because the Italians do play a slower pace, so that might help. But, I mean, he can play in that 10, then he can just float around. He can play in that 10 position there that can float around. But it's very risky. I think you're really pushing it. And I bet you the sports science guys, the physios, the medical, they'll be all telling Maresca, no, he's on the red line. So they'll be in his ear as well. So, 5 games in a row, in 10 days, you're asking for trouble.
And remember, he's not fully fit either. He had to forfeit Argentina international assignment, stayed behind during the last international break because he wasn't fully fit.
Yeah, that was a good excuse they used. I think that was for him to rest, and that's why he's been able to play the last 4 games in a row because of that. That's the actual. He's played well, so that's why he's played so many games in a row. Especially, like I said, he runs the most on that field usually. If Gusto's not there, Gusto's one of the big runners, but 8 out of 10 times he covers the most kilometers in a game.
Mm-hmm. So do you expect a kind of a stationary double pivot of Santos and Caicedo, or do you think it's more of Santos will play more similar role to Enzo and might be box crashing and will be roaming, in the
hybrid, Santos hybrid.
I think it's just a CM basically roaming, maybe not going too much forward, but on occasion, when we're on the ascendancy, then he can get into that position as well.
I agree. I think he will be given the freedom, but not, box crashing.
Not as much, no. Not as much.
So security will be one of his main duties on the day.
And I think that's down to who's going to play in the 10, that's why.
Yeah. And Ibrahim says, on behalf of the club, bye, Felicia. Don't let the door hit you on your way out. Just go away, you. Let's see. Big up to you too, Tamida Luwara. Nice to see you. Cook Badu. I do hope you're doing well. Dante, guys, with the mic and everyone. Nice to see you too, man. I do hope you're doing well. So Dante, the 3 in behind the striker.
Yeah, so Garnacho will play, I think.
I think he starts.
Yeah, I think he starts.
Because, even though him participating in the press doesn't guarantee he starts, but usually, hardly ever. Not all.
I mean, I don't mind Gittens starting either, to be honest. Either of them's fine, but I think probably Garnacho, usually because of that.
I think Gittens starts.
Yeah, Gittens can, because he's very good in Europe as well. So Gittens can start as well, no problem. Either way, yeah. I'm only putting it that way because he wasn't the presser, and that usually means that you are playing in the game as well.
So you think Garnacho starts this one on the left?
Yeah, just because he was in the presser, and when the press team puts you forward like that, that means you're going to feature in the game. Usually, most of the time. I think it's only been once when Tosin did it, and he didn't. The Club World Cup, he didn't.
That was the one that I was like, what the heck?
But that was Club World Cup. It was different. So who knows why? But usually, and that's the only reason. But Gittens, like Tobago said, I think he's a great chance to start as well. He's done well with the 5 assists, especially in Europe. That's where he's done very well. That's where he's experienced pretty much the most. So either way, either one is good. But I just put Garnacho just because he did the press conference.
Okay, right side.
Estevao should play this game as well. Yeah.
Okay. I think it's going to be a bit more difficult right now. 10.
This is where it's difficult. I think we might see a surprise there. Maybe Buonanotte starting this game.
No, I think he has not traveled.
He didn't travel?
No, I
Nah,
saw
not a
some
chance.
post.
Buonanotte.
No, he's in the squad.
He traveled? That's
Yeah,
the
he might be
question.
on the squad, but against he might be on the squad. But starting against Atalanta, nah, don't he?
He could.
We need to double check it because I read somewhere that
Let me check.
he will not feature for in the Champions League
I
matches
thought
for
he traveled.
Chelsea
That's
now.
why that he got traveled. But anyway, who knows? This is where I don't know. This is where Enzo Fernandez would normally probably start in a game like this, but because of
Yeah,
that,
but you can say João Pedro can play number 10, and then McGee can play as a number 9. How about it?
yeah, but you're not leaving any options then off the bench.
Mudryk, you start this game. Yeah, go ahead. But
You're just not leaving your option off the bench, basically. That's
another thing to consider.
Yeah, so I mean, Tyreek George, normally he could probably play there with João Pedro in behind, and I think McGee can play. But like I said, the Tyreek George one's interesting. We haven't seen him the last few games because it's coming up to January now. So yeah, so this is the only problem I have with this, with Santos, Caicedo. Who would play that 10? Yeah, you can play João Pedro there, obviously, but then striker McGee, but then you have no striker at all to come on. He could do that.
Facundo traveled. Tyreek George traveled.
Yeah, they did travel. Yeah.
So who you think starts there?
Tough one. I don't know. I would choose probably. I can't see him doing Guy and João Pedro because it leaves you short on the bench.
So go ahead.
Yeah.
Football thinks Enzo Fernandez starts this game. We don't think he does. They think Pedro needs to start. We don't think he will.
Yeah, look, it could be Neto. He could start Neto up front and then João Pedro in behind. It could be that. But again, Neto is one of those players, 4 games, 10 days. I don't know if he would he play that much as well. So could be as a striker. He could be as a striker. Yeah, it's a tough one. This is a tough area. The 10, it's tough. Does he trust? For Buonanotte would be perfect for it because then Santos sits a bit more deeper, and then you got protection.
Okay. I have a solution for you, Dante. Then Estevao is number 10. Tyreek George, right winger. He can play there as well, and then he can play McGuire or João Pedro is number 9 because Estevao can play the 10.
That's the other thing I was going to say. Maybe Estevao 10 because we have seen him play there before. Maybe Gittens can get a start as well. Gittens has played on the right before as well at Dortmund a couple of times, so he can play on the right. He's a winger. But yeah, it depends. I'm not sure. That's the tough one. But Tyreek George and Buonanotte have travelled, so that tells you that they are there. Is he going to trust Buonanotte to play? Is George going to play? That's the question. We don't know. It's a tough one.
So let's go Facundo. I think he's gonna play him. I think he will start him. Then, make changes if need be. I think he will.
I think he will too. That's what I'm assuming, that if he travelled and he's there, this is what you're using him for when you're short in that position.
That would be a big decision because it's not even. Yeah, I mean, Buonanotte, if he plays him, if he starts him, that could be a big decision because he's not been making the bench for the last 2-3 matches. So directly starting will be a
Premier League. No, yeah, not as much Premier League, but the Cup and then the Europe, yes, a bit more. So it suits him the game. Don't forget the Italians play a little bit slower, so it would suit
Yeah.
him a more technical game in that 10 position. So this is a game that would suit him. So, but if you're going to trust him,
I
there's no probably better than this game.
I have kind of a little different theory. I think he will kind of, change it between this match and the Everton match. So yeah, I agree with the whole team with the pivot of Caicedo and Santos. Estevao is starting for me on the right hand side, and that is why I think Garnacho is a given because he won't want, two of Estevao and Gittens starting together. I think he will require one off the ball service of either Neto or Garnacho.
Yeah.
So yeah, that will be, and I think he will start Neto as a striker against Everton. So I think in this match we'll see João Pedro in the 10 and Gu as a striker, and he will replace Gu with Neto against Everton, and the rest will be same. I think Pedro will play both the matches as
Sorry,
a
can you
10.
say that again, Jay?
I think João Pedro will start as a
I
10,
think
and
I
Mark
agree.
Gu will
That's the
play.
most likely thing he would do here.
Yeah, and Mark Gu will play as a striker, and you will just replace Neto with Mark Gu against Everton, and João Pedro will play as a 10 in both the matches.
I think I agree. What do you think? It makes sense.
No, João
Dante.
Pedro will play as a striker against Everton because Cole Palmer will play in that 10.
Yeah,
And they're playing
Jay,
more.
just like you
Yeah.
and I discussed, right?
Yeah, that's a checkmate. Good one.
Yeah. So,
This
yeah,
could
look,
be it. This could be, but
it
I
could be it
suspect
because
we might not
this will be his
see.
chance, but I
Yeah, go
would not
ahead.
start him because he's going to run after 10, 15 minutes. He won't be able to do anything much better. But there is no real option. You can trust him now. You can always bring Tyreek George off the bench and put him as a striker as well.
There's also a possibility, right? We are agreeing that all three of Santos, Caicedo, and Enzo could start.
Yeah, he can start in the 10. That's what I said. Enzo can start in the 10, but I mean,
Mm.
yeah, it's risky to start him. And he's not one that came off like, he doesn't come off as a substitute Enzo Fernandez. He plays the 90 minutes.
Right.
So, like, if he came off 60th minute or, but he's kept playing and playing and playing. And yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's very risky. I can tell you now the sports science guys will be going crazy showing him that maybe don't play him, but it's up to Maresca and the player in the end. But like I said, it'll be very risky to play him. It's a very important player in your system. So if he gets injured and goes down, that's a big hole to fill. You're not filling any hole with no player over Enzo Fernandez.
And in all honesty, this is a much stronger 11 than the Atalanta 11. If anything, a drop in chemistry. You get the point now.
Only Guy up front, maybe. You probably take Lookman over Guy, obviously. Even Skamaka, you take him over probably Guy at the, just because. But the rest, yeah, I mean, still pretty strong. Maybe the midfielder, Edison is very good, like Tobago says. Edison's a strong, good midfielder. Maybe over Santos, you might take him because, he's got that. So it just depends. But this team can still do it, definitely. Still good enough to do it, no problem.
Yeah, that's a good enough strike force.
Yeah, that's a good lineup. So let me show people something here, and then again, I don't think anything new emerged. Then we we call it a day. So people, I urge you all. The link is pinned at the very top in the chat. There, go and sign up for the Chelsea Perspective web application. As you can see up there, is still in. This is a beta version. Football from a Chelsea perspective, the exclusive invite-only hub for the Chelsea Perspective community. Track the Lone Army, rate players before games, after games, and also compete in the prediction league. You predict games, you see everything right now. So all you do if you go here, you just click request access. You put your email address, and then if we approve your email, then you'll get an email that walk you through how you'd sign up. And if once you sign in your first sign up, there'll be a walkthrough designed to walk you through where you can find everything. And after that, you can repeat that anytime if you're looking for anything. We also have, let's forget about the founding members thing. You always see the upcoming game on the homepage, even if you're not logged in. 7 hours, 47 minutes, and 18 seconds or so before that game. Then you see Lone Watch is mentioning Dacho Fofana and Salmino, Caleb Wiley, 13 of them. If I'm logged in, you see the list there. Then you can create a tier list that you can download. You can also rank, you can rate players immediately after games. You can also build a lineup and share, all downloadable. So I'm gonna log in now so we can go walk you through all the things we have there. I hope I'm gonna be able to do it here. Am I? There you go. Which one? There you go. This one here. I think it's gonna work. All right. It's not perfect yet, but it's quite enjoyable. So now I'm logged in. This is my account. This is the game also. That's our last game against Bournemouth 0-0. Not too many. I think it was just only I that rated it for testing the app. Drag and drop. You drag it to the number you want there, and that's it. So I'm going to go back here. You can do that immediately after the game. Here are all the games we have here. You can predict. My prediction will soon show up here. I think it takes a bit of time to show up. Okay, there you go. I predicted 2-1. I predict Chelsea will beat Atalanta 2-1. And it records everything. There's a leadership board. These are all the games, the dates of the games and everything. But this is, I think, currently mixed with everything. You can go with league. Then it shows you only Premier League games, cup games. It shows you only cup games. Europe, it shows you our Champions League opponents. So I'm going to go to the homepage again. On the homepage, you have that one there. You have news here, the lab news. This will take you to X, where the source and everything. But I'll change it that we can write articles, and when you click on it, you read everything here. There's a quick poll here on since Caicedo is suspended, blah, blah, blah. Users vote. Whichever one you want. 7 votes in total. Then on this day, West Ham beat us 1-0. We beat Porto 2-0. I think that changes every day automatically. And then you have these quick links. You can see fixtures. You can see the entire squad. Let's go through the squad here. So it's easy. Just request access. You get a link. We have all our players here. It highlights injured players and everybody. Stats, I'm not sure whether it's accurate now. We've been working on it, but it looks like it is. Trevor Chalobah has how many goals? No, Trevor Chalobah has 3 goals, so this is not quite accurate. Moises Caicedo, 3 goals, 4 assists. I'm not sure, but he's suspended, injured, and Romeo Lavia. Then you can go to the injured players. You can go to the loan players here. Yep, 13 loan players. Okay, you have Dacho Fofana, and Salmino, Caleb Wiley, Mike Pendas, Nicholas Jackson. But that's wrong there. Some stuff needs to change. That's why it's still in better mode. I caught that now, so we'll correct it. So you can do player comparison. You can compare 2 players, pick a player on the left-hand side, pick a player on the right-hand side. Then, it compares them, and you see how they differ. So they're not perfect yet, but we're still working on it. Let's go to the homepage. It's really, really easy. Just go to our website, chelseaperspective.com, click on request access. We'll get your email. Then, we'll do that for you. Let's say the lineup builder, you can build a lineup and download it. Pretty easy, especially on a mobile device. You click here, select the goalkeeper. You click here, select on Hato there.
And the grass is actually cut in this one, so it's a good one.
The one we use will never cut the grass, right?
Right.
But this is Levi should be listed as
injured.
You
can use this one from now on.
Yeah, okay, I agree. So we pick by the shooter here. So once you're done, you just click on download here. I think at the bottom area, you click download. It will download it for you. Yeah, see, generating lineup saved. So no need to waste our time trying to do all of them. Then you go here on the homepage still. What else do we have here? That's the tier list. This guy here. You use it, you drag players and drop them into a column here. You can change the level of the column. You can drag the players and just drag them into where you want them to be. but it's easier on mobile device. So something needs to change for people to be able to use it easily on desktop devices. So still on the homepage, you scroll down, we have statistics. We've been there. Yeah, show you player stats. I think this is more accurate. Estevao has 5 goals in total. I think 3 Champions League goals, right? And 4 around that.
Yep.
Then you can move to assists. You can move to minutes played. You can move to ratings. You can move to team overview. Who's stopping what metric, what goals or anything table. You go back to the homepage again. What else do we have here? Anything important here? The community. I think we have 2 posts here in the community. One from me, yeah. One from PD Blue. What's up, Lucy? That's him testing it out. Then this tab here on match day, this tab doesn't open until I think live chat opens 1 hour before kickoff. This particular tab here where we can discuss the game as the game goes on or something like that. Yeah, and we have all these things here, and you get verified. Yeah, there's also a trivia here. You vote. Just as I was testing it, I got the answer wrong. So a lot of fun stuff here. So I urge you to go check it out. Once you get to the homepage, and you can follow each other. Actually, I'm following one person. I'm following PD Blue. You can also just there's something that will walk you through everything that you can say have fun with on it. So, but thank you for paying attention to me waffle about the application, but believe me, you will enjoy it. So on the panel, anything else you guys want us to talk about before we call it a day? I don't think anything new emerged as the show progressed.
Well done, coach. That looks amazing, actually. So I'm sure we'll
thank
make.
you.
it's
I see
amazing.
you've logged in too. I see you've logged in. You said a few minutes. You were able to log in, right, Dante?
Yeah, I tried to get in there, but it's just showing me a love heart with like black and white love heart, but nothing else. I can't do nothing else yet.
Yeah, that's fixed. Yeah, you have to go to the main site right now and log in, or maybe I can get it to resend the sign up email to everybody, because yeah, that was a mistake, because the web engine that I'm using is called Lovable.
Okay.
So that's what that hurt, comes in. But you should go directly to the website to complete the sign up process. Your email has been approved, so you can use that some email. If you use a different
got
email,
approved? Yes.
Yeah, it would tell it's not approved. Yeah. So, but thank you so much for trying it. And I think we will have a lot of fun with it. And the moment everything is accurate, displaying as you should, then we'll make it public. Even that, for a while, it will be invite only. Anybody else on the panel has anything else to say before we call it a day?
Lovely, Coachella.
Thank you. I appreciate you saying that.
Yeah, that looks great, coach.
Thank you.
We can see the hard work that has been put.
Thank you. Much appreciated, brother. Hopefully we can have a lot
When
of fun with it.
When did you put all these hours into this, coach? In church, I bet you. Instead of church, you've done this.
This is much easier. I know I'm a coder, but you don't need to code a lot. Sometimes you need to go in and make changes yourself, but this time, no. Even though I'm a coder, this has not been the stressful is just coming up with something that will make it, you can say, very usable and likable by the user. That isn't straightforward too, because you have to think, if this is here, are the users going to find it, or is this too hidden, or too many steps before this one? User-centered design, basically.
It looks pretty straightforward. It looks pretty simple to use. So, yeah, it looks good. Looks very good.
Much appreciated. And the link, just go to chelseaperspective.com, get started there, and if need be, we'll reach out to you. So I want to say thank you to the panelists this morning, the captain of the community in Constantine, and then to behold also to go Tabs, as somebody say on the panel, and of course, my friend and brother in Jay also on the panel. I appreciate you for finding the time to be part of the conversation. Thank you to Khan. The website looks great. Thank you so much, Khan. I appreciate you. Cannot wait to join the app. I'm waiting for you. I think I've approved your email, or is that not you? Mabasa and the rest of the H place people. Yeah. But thank you, Kan. Thank you, Shanks, for joining the conversation. Thank you, Alua Roka Mita Midayo. I appreciate you. Wavy11. And Jay, of course, who's also on the panel right now. And if I miss your name, apologies. I'm only human. See you guys next time. God bless us all, and cheers.
Cheers, guys. Take care.
Chelsea fans, we won't stop believing. New knock with every chant and roar, we rise for the fight. The blue flag in the air, let it fly with pride. We're gonna show the world all hearts open wide. From Stamford Bridge, share our voices to the light. We love for the team, stand strong by our side.
Every challenge, we will never ignore. In unity we trust, our hopes on the rise. Chelsea spirit shines, bright lights up the skies. And if a cowboy said, for Europe does, and I would have loved this storm. Every phone's Estevão, there was a strife. You, my heart, keep the blue flame inside like we soar. Through every challenge, we will never ignore. In unity we trust, our hopes on the rise. Chelsea spirit shines, bright lights up the sky.
Chelsea fans, we won't stop believing. New knock with every chant and roar, we rise for the fight. The blue flag in the air, let it fly with pride. We're gonna show the world all hearts open wide. From Stamford Bridge, share our voices to the light. We love for the team, stand strong by our side.
Every challenge, we will never ignore. In unity we trust, our hopes on the rise. Chelsea spirit shines, bright lights up the skies. And if a cowboy said, for Europe does, and I would have loved this storm. Every phone's Estevão, there was a strife. You, my heart, keep the blue flame inside like we soar. Through every challenge, we will never ignore. In unity we trust, our hopes on the rise. Chelsea spirit shines.